Oh my goodness, I swear to you, it is literally always something. Hi guys, I know you're like, who is this strange redhead I'm seeing on my computer screen that I haven't seen in like a month, maybe more. I apologize. Today we are vlogging because it's a big day and I want to remember the big day. It's Aryela's first birthday party. Last weekend was her first birthday, so we celebrated that just like as a family of 4. Today, friends and family are getting together to celebrate her. And many of them are meeting her for the very first time. Mike and I are at the venue now to finish setting up. Luckily, they didn't have a party last night, so they were really nice and they let us come and set everything up early. So we did like the dessert table, I did my balloon garland, we put all the cloths on all the tables and set all of that stuff up because that stuff takes a really long time. Like we came at maybe 6:40 and I think we finished at like, I don't know, like a little after 9. So now we're here. It's later than I wanted to be here. It's like 10 now. We just have to get the cupcakes inside, flowers for the tables, the favors all have to be set up. So we're gonna run in and do that now and I'll show you guys what we did so far. I wish that I could have gotten footage while we were setting up so you could see the process, but it was chaos because I'm behind schedule. I actually had to send Mike to go get the kids, to get them dressed and to bring them here. I still have to throw on my dress and my mascara. But everything else is pretty much ready. I'm just like finishing touches stuff, so I'll take you a look. My goodness, I swear to you, it is literally always something. I am in the car. I have Josiah in the back seat. He dislocated his elbow. This is not the first time he's done it. That's how I know that that's what he did. It happened back in March or April or something. Mike was playing with him and he had dislocated it and we had to bring him to the pediatric urgent care. It took 2 seconds. Like they just like set it back into place, but I don't know how to do that. And you know, I don't want to try to do that. So it happened at the party. He was wanting to break into the dessert table setup and I was trying to guide him over to the Build-A-Bear activity and he got upset and he threw a tantrum and like threw himself on the floor and twisted really fast before I could like let go of his arm. And then he was screaming and his arm was just kind of dangling from his elbow down and he's in pain. He won't let me touch it. He's okay right now. He might actually be sleeping in the back seat. So we're on our way to pediatric urgent care to get that fixed. I'm so sad. I almost started crying before because I feel like a bad mom because I'm missing Aryela's party. Like before I left, I was telling my mom where the candles were for her cake so they could sing to her because Mike is still there with everybody. And my mom was like, well, when do you want me to do the cake? And I was like, I don't really care because I'm probably not going to be back in time to see it. And I'm really sad about that. I'm really, really sad about it. Hopefully this is quick or it's not a wait. Hopefully, I don't know. And they could have us back on our way. And hopefully I don't have to miss too much of the party, but this was like a 20-minute drive to the urgent care, so I don't know. And back in the car, that was rough. So the nurse practitioner comes in and does like a rotation of his arm and she says she feels it pop. But he's crying hysterically. And then, which you would expect because like that would hurt, right? First time that he had done it, and I wasn't there, so I can only go off of like what Mike had told me, like the first time they reset his elbow, he cried, and then he was okay. Like, they handed him a juice box and he immediately took it with his bad arm. And so I was expecting that, but he wouldn't move his arm still. And anytime somebody went near it, you could tell that he could move it a little. He was able to move it more than he was before, because he would kind of flinch and kind of pull his arm back, but he still wouldn't move his arm up and down from his elbow. And so I was like, I don't know, like, I don't think this is right. I don't think this is right. And she was like, all right, well, we'll just give it a little bit of time. And like, thank God I trusted like my instincts. He's back there. He's in a good mood now. Thank God I trusted my instincts, and I didn't just like leave when she said that it was popped back in place, because it wasn't fully popped back in place. Because after that, she came back and checked on us after a while, and I was really working him, trying to get him to move it, and he wouldn't. And she came back to check on us, and she was like, let me just take another look at it. And she did something different with the way she rotated his arm, and she felt it pop again. She was like, there it is, now it's back. And then right after that, she went and handed him a sticker, and he took it with the bad arm that she had just fixed. So it's good now. He cried right after it happened, but then he was totally okay, and now he's moving his arm. He's not crying when you touch it, and he's singing in the back seat. People at the party were sending me pictures of Aryela with her cake getting sang to, and they were such cute pictures, but I immediately started crying because I just felt so upset that I was like missing that moment. I just really felt like I mean, I obviously wanted to be there, but I don't know. I felt a lot of mom guilt, and I started crying, but like for more than one reason, right? So like my heart is broken because my son is on my lap screaming in pain, and I can't explain to a 2.5-year-old that like he has to wait, you know, 2 hours or an hour and a half or whatever it was before somebody would see him to help him while his arm is just dangling there from the elbow, right? Like, you can't really explain that, and all I can do is try to comfort him, and it hurts. And so that was hard, and I was crying because he was just crying and crying in the waiting room. And, you know, there was nothing I could do. But then I'm also crying because I'm missing my daughter's first birthday party, and I didn't get to sing her happy birthday or put the candles on her cake or do any of that. I don't even actually think in the 2 hours that I was at the party, if it was even a full 2 hours, that I got a single picture like with her. There's definitely not a picture of the four of us together, and I don't think I even have a picture of me and Aryela together. And now the party is over, and I'm a mess. She's probably tired and cranky because she didn't get a good nap, and it's just, the opportunity is lost, and it looks like I wasn't even there. And so I'm sad about that. I spent a lot of time planning the party, getting ready for the party, and I wanted it to be a special day for her. I'm gonna like emo vomit like mom guilt on you guys for a second, but it's really hard balancing your attention and your time between two kids. I don't know, because I don't have experience in this, but for me, I feel like it's even made a little bit more difficult by the fact that they're so close in age. It's not like Josiah is a 5-year-old child. Like, he's still kind of a baby himself, and very dependent on me, and very much needs my time and attention, and I have to give him my time or attention, otherwise he gets into things, he gets into trouble. And Aryela is now kind of growing into that phase. When Josiah was her age, obviously he was our only child, so he got all of the attention and focus, all of the time in the world we had to dedicate to him, essentially. And now it's like we don't have that same time to give to Aryela because we do have Josiah. And so I always feel mom guilt about that in general, that like, does she feel loved enough? Does she feel like I'm present enough? Does she feel like she gets enough time and attention from me? All of those things, obviously, as parents, that we beat ourselves up over. And then here comes what I felt like was my opportunity to give her this beautiful day, kind of just dedicated to her. And not that he meant to, but Josiah kind of stole the show and took my attention off of Aryela because I had to go take care of him. And obviously it was an accident and an emergency, and I had to do it, and it is what it is. But it still sucks, and I'm still going to beat myself up over it because I am a parent, and that's what we do. We're home, all of us, including that kid, who's feeling much better, thank God. The birthday girl is barely in this vlog at all. Hey, Ari. Hi. She had to make a change out of her party outfit. She likes to play with the dog bowls. Come here. Come on. Come say hi. Hi. What are you saying? You're a wild man. You feeling better? I'm now thoroughly exhausted, and we have, my house is a mess. It was a mess before the party because I was so focused on the party the last couple days that I kind of just like let everything go. But now it's a mess because like we brought all the food home. I have like 2 boxes of cupcakes. I don't even feel like I got that many cupcakes. I think just like nobody ate. I've got all this, like my whole island. I have to find room in my full fridge. Before I find room in my fridge for all of this food, I should probably make myself a plate because I didn't really eat. I barely eat. You know when you're hosting the party, I made myself like a tiny plate of food that barely had anything on it, and I think I picked at it before I got like called to go do something else. Oh, you know what it was? The lady came to do the Build-A-Bear. So we had, that was the entertainment for the kids. We did Build-A-Bear. I never ended the vlog yesterday. Never ended it. I cleaned up the food that we had, and then I never ended it. We had a birthday party today, and it was at 11, and so we accidentally like slept in. All of us, we kind of overslept, which was good. We needed to sleep, so we like woke up, and it was like a mad dash to like get the kids up, get them breakfast, and then get ourselves ready. So we managed to do it. The party was at Chuck E. Cheese. Josiah had never been. It was his first time. He had fun.
Sure did.
I mean, he literally almost like broke the skee ball machine the way he was throwing the balls. He doesn't know to roll them, and you know, they're hard balls, so I was a little bit worried about that, but he had fun. Mike had an eventful trip at Chuck E. Cheese. You want to tell the story, or should I tell it? So you need to be in that lane. I feel like it's better if you tell it, because it was your story.
I will tell it.
You tell it.
So I'm already chasing Josiah throughout the place. He's running around, all the games, whatever. But then he takes that weird turn. He takes a turn which is like heading towards the bathrooms, and I'm like, all right, he's going to the bathroom. But I'm chasing him because I don't know what he's doing. But he doesn't go in the bathroom. He runs into the kitchen. So I run into the kitchen. Except I run in the kitchen and I slipped. And I almost took out the mascot.
You almost took out Chucky. Mike was like all mad after that.
I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed.
He was embarrassed, but like for some reason, I don't know, Mike needs to go to therapy because he processes like every emotion as anger.
That's not true.
So yes, it is true. So he was embarrassed about the mouse, and instead of being like, hey, Lorianne, something embarrassing really happened, he came over and was all mad at me and was like, yeah, I just lost Josiah, da 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 da. And I was like, I'm watching Aryela. Your job is Josiah today. This is how we have split the responsibilities. This is really your problem. I don't know how long you guys have been following the channel. When we went on our baby moon last June, before Aryela was born, we stayed at a hotel, and Mike went upstairs because he had to use the bathroom after we checked in, and I was like, I had to move the car. So I was like, I'll go move the car, you go up with the bags to the bathroom. So when I get into the room, he's like, you see that door over there? And I was like, yeah. He was like, that's not the door to the bathroom. And I was like, yeah, the door to the bathroom's over there. That would be a weird place for them to put the bathroom. And he's like, yeah, I thought it was. And I opened it, and it opened to another room where they were having a bachelorette party. And all the girls were just like hanging out in there, and they were like, and he was like, sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this kind of thing would only happen to Mike. only happen. No. Listen to mommy. These are Ari's birthday presents. You may help her open them, but you're gonna let her have her turns, okay? Because you've had birthdays and you've gotten to open presents.
Oh no.
Okay?
Oh no.
You ready to go?
Oh no.
Let's go, best friend. Let's go. All right, Josiah, did you do this to my baby?
Okay. Mommy.
Yes, baby.
My part.
No, nobody's gonna try to write except for mommy. Okay, Aryela. Let's start with. Oh, good. This is a card. Josiah drew all over. I know who this is from. What's in that hand? Show mommy. What's in your hair?
Mommy.
Buzz.
Mommy.
What? Oh, you want to open? These are bath toys. We can open these later. Let's open them later.